I know a lot of very senior developers who does not know the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. And if you are one of those developers, just give me 5 minutes and I will make sure you never forget the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. But yeah, it will be a long video compared to a generic reel. So if you are not in the mood, scroll up. Before explaining the difference between HTTP and HTTPS, I want you to understand a very crucial concept, right? That is called encryption, right? So let's understand encryption very quickly. Let's say you are having a word called CAT, right? And let's take a couple of users. So this is user 1 and this is user 2. Right now, this user 1 wants to send this message cat, this is a simple word, okay, to this user 2. Right now, there can be a man in the middle. This is a bad guy. What he can do is he can sniff this network and he can find out what this user 1 is sending to this user 2. Right. So what this user 1 can do is he can encrypt this message. Okay, if you are a WhatsApp user, you know that like on the top of the WhatsApp chat, it is written that messages and calls are end-to-end encrypted. So they are kind of mentioning something like this. All right. So now let's understand how you can encrypt this cat word. Okay. So let's take this example. So this user 1 and this user 2 can decide that we will be maintaining a table. Like whenever you are writing C, that will be replaced with I. Whenever we are writing A, that can be replaced with K maybe. And when you are writing T, that can be replaced with J. Okay. Now, if I encrypt this cat with this algorithm or this like agreement, then it will become I, K, J. Right? Clear? Now, if I send this encrypted message I, J, K, and also send this key. So let's call it a key. So let's say this is a key. And this is an algorithm, right? To basically decrypt this encrypted value. All right. So this user can send this encrypted value, and this user with this particular key, he can easily decrypt it. Now, if that man in the middle we were having previously, that bad guy, if he does not know this key, then there is no way he easily decrypt this IJK into cat, right? So this is the key. So now the most important part you have to understand from this story is there is a thing called key, okay? And there is a process called encryption and there is a process called decryption, okay? With the help of this key, I can very easily encrypt a message, and with the help of the same key, I can very easily decrypt the message as well. All right, now the encryption part is done, right? So we have two problems now. This is user 1. He wants to send some text to this user 2, okay? And he can first send the key, right? And with the key, he can decrypt or encrypt his message, right? And with the help of this key, this user can easily decrypt that, right? So this is what we want. Now there is a problem with this approach. That is, if this man in the middle finds out about this key, then he also can very easily decrypt this, right? So somehow we have to send this key in a secure manner. This is our entire goal if we want to send this text, encrypted text, right? Now there is a very interesting smart solution, right? So whatever encryption algorithm we were discussing so far, so you are having cat, with the help of that key you can encrypt this cat, right? And if you have this encryption with this help of the same key, you can very easily decrypt this cat as well. Okay, so this is called symmetric. So this is called a symmetric encryption. Okay, now there is another method. A mathematician has invented that is, you can have two keys. So let's call key 1 and key 2. So with this help of this two key, and these two keys are somehow mathematically connected. Okay, and the main special thing of these two keys are, you can, with this key 1, you can only encrypt the value, right? So if you are having cat, you can only encrypt. So this key 1 cannot decrypt this, okay? But this key 2 can decrypt this value. So if you have an encrypted value that is encrypted with this key 1, then this key 2 can use this key 2's some mathematical formula, okay, to decrypt this into the original word, okay? So this is called a key pair, and this concept is called asymmetric encryption. All right, clear? Now this is the fun part. So first, user 1 can generate those key 1 and key 2, right? So let's call this key 1 public key, okay? And this key 2 private key. So this public key can only encrypt the value. It cannot decrypt it, okay? And the private key can only decrypt the value. It cannot encrypt anything. So first he will send this key one to this user, right? And key one, user one will come up with a secret. This is the secret. He will encrypt this secret with this key one. Okay. So with the help of this key one, he has encrypted secret. Perfect. Now, if we have a man in the middle, he cannot, if he knows about this key one, with this key one and this secret, he cannot decrypt it, because this can be only decrypted by this key 2. All right. So if this bad guy get a hold of this key 1, he cannot decrypt it, right? So now this user 2 will send this secret to this user 1. Okay. Now this user 1, with the help of this key 2, can very easily decrypt this, right? Now both the user has this secret. So now we don't need this key anymore. Okay. Now whatever message I want to send that to you, I can just, let's say my message is hello. Okay. I can encrypt this message with this secret and send that to you. And as you have this secret as well, now this secret is working as a symmetric key. So as you are having this secret, you can decrypt that into hello. Okay. If you want to send something, you can again use this secret to encrypt that. Okay. And it will receive that, and it will decrypt that again. If you are using HTTP, then you are directly sending, like without any encryption, you are sending this. And if there is a bad guy, he can easily check like what you are sending actually, right? But if you are using a secure connection, then you are first like doing all this private key, public key sharing thing, right? And then you are creating a secret, and then you are using that secret to further encrypt the whatever message you are sending, right? So that's a much secure way. There is no way the man in the middle can decrypt this.